Hi, it's Erin Del Conte, Executive Editor with C-Store Decisions magazine, and this is C-Store Decisions on Location.
Swisher Sweets has always been more than just a product. It's a way of doing business, a partner you can depend on, and a name your customers trust. Now, the Shield means more. It stands for all the ways you can give them what they want, and all the ways we'll never stop innovating so your business can thrive. With Swisher Sweets, Optimo, BLK, and Leaf, all in the Swisher Sweets family, you can satisfy every customer with a product perfectly suited to their personal style. Stock the perfect mix with the Swisher Sweets family.
Today we're here with Matt Clements, Vice President of Marketing for Enmarket. So Matt, how many convenience stores does Enmarket operate today, and where are they located?
So we're 128 convenience stores operating in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. We also operate 14 QSRs. Those are comprised of Subways, Larry's Giant Subs, and Baldino Subs. We operate 2 fast casual restaurants, both branded as Fuzzy's Taco Shop. And then we have 23 car washes that we operate, which are branded as Market Wash. We've been headquartered in Savannah, Georgia for nearly 60 years and still operate here today.
So Matt, I understand that Enmarket's Enrich Life campaigns raised $320,000 for local charities this past September. And I understand that this involved a range of different projects. So tell us more about this initiative and some of the events that it involved.
Well, Enmarket supports many charities and different community organizations throughout the year with our Enrich Life campaigns. Giving back to the community is a core value here at Enmarket. And of course, in 2020, more than ever, there's a need for businesses to be giving back. Specifically in September, we had a couple of different events that raised over $320,000. The first was our annual fundraiser for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. That's an in-store fundraiser, and our generous customers helped us raise $170,000. You know, we're tickled. That's a record year for us, so we're thrilled and very thankful to our customers for helping us raise that much money. We've got an 8-year history with LLS, raised over $800,000 in that time. That money is specifically used to support cancer research and to support the patients themselves. The fundraiser also serves as a great opportunity in our communities to heighten the awareness of what Leukemia Lymphoma Society is doing to fight that disease. The other Enrich Life campaign that we held in September was our first annual Enmarket Charity Classic Golf Outing. It was held at the Landings Golf Club's Deer Creek course on September 29th on Skidway Island, just outside of Savannah. With the help of our sponsors, we donated over $150,000 to 3 great causes. The first is the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Georgia. Everybody knows what Make-A-Wish does. Locally here, there's 40 children that are waiting for their wishes to be granted. So we're thrilled that some of this money could be used to help those kids' wishes become a reality. The second cause that this fundraiser supported is the 200 Club of the Coastal Empire. The 200 Club provides for surviving spouses and dependents of law enforcement officers, firefighters, other first responders who've lost their lives in the line of duty. Of course, families are just devastated by a loss like this, and the 200 Club makes sure that funds are available for these families immediately after the death, and then continuing on throughout the life of the family, really. The final cause that we supported with our golf outing is the Second Harvest of Coastal Georgia. The Second Harvest feeds needy families, and of course the pandemic halted, just like many charities, halted many fundraisers that the Second Harvest would have used to help feed needy families over the holidays. So, we were thrilled that some of the funds from the golf outing could be used to feed the families at specifically Thanksgiving. And we're very grateful to all our suppliers and our supporters who made this event such a great success in its first year.
How else is Enmarket giving back to the communities where it serves?
Well, the pandemic has brought to light unprecedented challenges and unforeseen needs in all areas of life, really. And one of the biggest challenges here of late has been education and specifically getting kids back to school. So we reached out to some of the leaders in the education community here around Savannah to find out what the needs were and just become part of that conversation. And one of the things we discovered is that water fountains were going to be closed down at all of the schools. And of course, the schools still have a responsibility of making sure the kids stay hydrated all day. So Enmarket stepped up and purchased 60,000 refillable water bottles that meet the standards of the school system and donated them to all the kids, Bryan counties, Effingham County, and most of Chatham County, to make sure that all the kids in those counties had a water bottle that they could bring with them filled with water from home, and that was able to be refilled at some of the stations that were allowed during the day. So that's one thing that we've done this year. We've also continued our support of the Encourage Health series. This series has historically taken place in person with a large audience, a speaker, lunch served. Topics of discussion focus on health and wellness and improving health and wellness in our community and bringing it top of mind. The pandemic halted our plans. We were no longer able to meet in person, serve lunch. So what we've done to keep the event alive is go virtual. We're making the events available on Facebook and via podcast. It's a very important cause to us, something that we began several years ago. And we're very excited to be able to continue that work with the Healthy Savannah organization to improve health and wellness in our community in spite of the limitations brought about by the pandemic.
Wonderful. So Matt, why do you think that it's important for convenience stores to give back to the communities where they operate?
Well, convenience stores are embedded in nearly every community in the United States, no matter how big or small. There's a symbiotic relationship between our stores and our communities. Our communities are dependent on convenience stores for fuel and groceries. Our industry needs our communities and our customers to flourish in order to stay in business. So we as an industry have a responsibility to give back to our communities in order to help them thrive. Charities depend on funding from profit-generating businesses in the communities in order to meet the needs of those who are less fortunate or may not be able to work. So, we firmly believe that it's a responsibility of our industry to give back. It's very interconnected. At Enmarket, we remind ourselves of this every day when we see our mission statement, which is to enrich life. It's become part of our ethos, and it's even incorporated in our in-store branding. It's a simple reminder of why we are doing what we're doing every day.
Great. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Matt, and for sharing with our listeners all about how Enmarket is supporting its local communities.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me today, Aaron. The Enmarket team's doing some great work, and on everybody's behalf here, thank you for acknowledging what's going on, what we're doing. And we hope in some small way it might offer some inspiration, just like we've been inspired by some of the great work that others in our industry are doing.